Taking a look inside. Looks pretty clean.
I feel like biplanes are just one of them airplanes that really command a presence at an airport. That's definitely true on this episode of Flying Doodles, where we go and find a UPF-7 for sale at a local airport. Mark Mondello is looking the airplane over for the current owners as they plan to sell it very soon. I hope you enjoy this episode, and like always, give us a subscribe and a like. All right, you guys. Well, today I'm here with Mark and his J3 Cub, and what are we going to do?
That's right. We're going to fly out to Fulton County Airport west of Albany, and we're going to go look at a Waco UPF-7 that hasn't flown in more than a decade. So we're going to go check it out and see what the situation is, see how this airplane looks, and see if we can help find it a new home.
I'm excited. And I actually haven't, I've seen UPF-7s up close, but I've never flown one. So it'll be really cool to get an inside look on one today and just see what it looks like, basically.
Yeah, let's go on a little adventure and find some treasure hidden away in an old hangar.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so, pardon my glasses. These are flying eyes. I love them. But my other ones that actually fit my face, these are huge. The ones that fit my face blew out of the biplane the other day while I was giving rides, so I'm waiting on Dean to send me some new ones, but link for those is in the bio. You should go check them out. Anyway, these ones do well. They're like big goggles. They're just like, my eyebrows disappear behind them, so it's a little hard to see. But anyways, enough about glasses. So what we're gonna do right now is we're fueling up, and you guys get to see the ornery fuel truck that Mark is taxiing to right now. It's kind of a pain to use, and I'll show you why.
All right, so here we have a vintage Who Knows fuel truck. This is where we fuel from Old Rhinebeck, and it is a little bit cantankerous. You know, it's a little hard to start, it's a little hard to keep running, but it does hold a lot of avgas, and it pumps pretty well. So here we live with it.
So show me the routine. What do we have to do here?
All right, so first, we open up our fuel valve. So this is closed. That's open. Then you reset your fuel gauge if you haven't already. Then over here, the master switch. So that goes on. So now the truck's ready to run. Pull your hose all the way out to the airplane. They're out of the dirt, and before we pump, we'll ground it too.
This is the worst part.
The truck to run.
Yeah.
So next you enter the cab. On a nice 70-degree day like this morning, it will be about 110 in here. Clutch in, out of gear, fuel pump is off. Key, choke. We'll try it without choke first. Oh,
almost.
It's teasing us.
Oh. There we go.
There we go. Now you got to keep it running.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Do you need me to pump while you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
That's how the fuel truck works.
Okay.
Crack the brakes.
Yep.
Contact.
Get the carb heat for me.
Yep, hold on.
Other side. Down low, below the door. Nope, on your right. There you go. Okay, back in. Good deal. Alright, all our gauges in the green. Back check's good. Trim is set. Fuel is on. We're ready to rumble. Okay, you ready to go?
Ready.
Alright, let's get in the air.
flying.
Yeah, nice. Not too much wind or anything. It's a little hot, but
Yeah.
it'll be nicer to be up here than to be down there. You can see, you know, that takeoff with the two of us, a full tank of gas, and a bag of tools,
Yeah.
was about what a 65 horse cub is alone, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we shot a video the other day with this thing. We might have to reshoot it for audio quality, but it just seeing the performance with just the two of us and about half tank in here was really impressive.
Yeah, no, the performance is really great. Like I say, it's basically, it's a Super Cub and a J3's body.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've noticed this from your ferry flights, but it's amazing to me how much of the country is just like this hill.
It's unpopulated.
No people,
Yeah.
no sign of people,
Yep.
just forest or field or whatever. Swamp, a lot of swamp. I flew that Champ from the bottom tip of Florida all the way up here to Old Rhinebeck.
Oh my goodness.
And I just followed the coast the whole way.
Yeah. That'd be a beautiful flight though.
It was really cool. I have a lot of great pictures from that. But you
Yeah.
expect the whole coast is going to be like Miami and Atlantic City and Jackson, like all these other places that, you know, the Outer Banks and Virginia
Right.
Beach. Because those are the places you go on foot. That's where you go in a car. And so you see the built-up areas. But most of the eastern seaboard, which we consider the most populated part of the country, is swamps. You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing on the coast for most of it. It really was very eye-opening.
Yeah, it's the same out west, because I do a lot of stuff out west, and it's the same out west. It's always really interesting. A lot of times, you know, the thought that goes through your mind is like, man, if I lost an engine here, I would not be found for a while.
Yes, yeah, there was a part of West Virginia into Kentucky, the West Appalachians, where I was flying in this Cub, and I had like a 20-mile-an-hour headwind. You know, so if you went up, the headwind got worse,
Yeah.
and you go down, and it got bumpier. So I was just like, I guess
No
I'll
winning.
go down and like just get the snot kicked out of me the whole way. But so I'm at like, 1,000 feet over, rolling forest for as far as the eye can see, with not even a lumber trail down there or anything. I'm like, boy, if I go in these woods, I'm gonna be sitting next to this airplane for like days.
Yeah, and it's like, much as I say that I like to plane over roads, sometimes those regions are just inescapable.
Right. Yeah, you can do your best to plan the trip out, but sometimes those choices between crossing the wilderness or going an extra 3 hours out of your way or something.
Yep.
Taking a look inside. Looks pretty clean.
Yeah, these things are known for that.
Yeah, all radial engines will do the hydraulic lock a little bit. Good proof.
I was pretty impressed by this UPF, and I think Mark was too. He didn't have to look at it very long. It wasn't like he was doing a pre-buy either. He was just going to check on the airplane and make sure everything was as presented, and it was. There's just something about rolling up to an airport in the middle of nowhere and seeing a big pretty biplane inside the hangar. It makes your heart sing. Alright Mark, well tell me what you think about this UPF.
Yeah, so we're here and the airplane is actually really nice. It's in good shape. You know, it's been sitting here for a while, so the tires need air and all that sort of thing, but the engine's in great shape. The workmanship is actually really good. The fabric work is really good. A lot of the time you see restorations like this and fabric work is so-so, but he did a really nice job. And this airplane is in good shape. And what I really love about it is the story. like so many things in aviation, you know, this airplane, the gentleman who restored it, his wife was battling cancer and was not having a great time and knew she was probably going to pass away soon. So she encouraged her husband to buy this project airplane so he'd have something to do after she passed away. So he restored it, and you see he put her right on the side of the aircraft, you know, as memory to her. And
Such a sweet story.
yeah, that sort of thing is what I really love to find in aviation. So yeah, this Waco is ready to go get an annual and find a new home where it's going to be enjoyed, and it's pretty exciting to see airplanes like this.
Yeah, absolutely. So if somebody's interested in purchasing this airplane, do you know where they can find it?
Yeah, so right now it's probably going to go on all the big sites like Barn Stores and everything, but Vaughn Lovely is going to be taking care of getting the airplane out there and advertised and brokered. So Vaughn's the person to hook you up with your next brand new Waco UPF-7.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah, all right.
All right, you guys. Well, that kind of concludes our flight today. I'd say it was a success.
I'd say so.
You got to help check out this beautiful UPF, and we got to come take a flight in the Cub, which is always a treat.
That's right.
So awesome. Well, I'm going to include that link. Does Vaughn have a website? Do you know if he has a website?
We'll get a link to the airplane.
We'll
so
get a link to
everyone
the
can look
airplane.
at it. Yep.
If it goes up soon, we'll put that in the bottom. So y'all be looking for that. If it's not already, it'll be out there soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care. Can I do gallons? I hate doing dollar amount. What's the price?
I think this fuel farm's going to work a little better than the fuel truck, huh?
Better, except for it doesn't tell me how expensive it is and wants to know how much I want to buy. Usually I like to put in how many gallons I'm getting. Now I got to do math.
Oh, no.